Riding a 3-game undefeated streak, the Moorhead Spuds boys hockey team is back in the rink tonight against Andover. The Huskies beating the Spuds 7-2 last season, plus knocking out the Spuds in the Class 2A quarterfinals 2 seasons ago. But Moorhead hasn't beaten Andover since a regular season game 2 years ago, and since then, games have usually been high scoring though, but today was scoreless after the first. Huskies in the O-zone in the second. What a snipe, and then deflection by Jack Murphy getting the goal. Andover breaking the drought with a stellar score. 1-0 Huskies, the end of 2. So back to Moorhead. Brandon Mickelson's shot is saved. Now Zach Zimmerman, close target, again denied. Spuds keep possession here on the power play. Puck back to Zimmerman, across to Mickelson. Third time's the charm for Zimmerman. Again, he finds home. There's the goal for Moorhead, and we're tied at 1-1 in the final period. About 3.5 minutes later, it's again back to Andover. Brody Munnelly skates a bit closer, and it's another improbable long goal for the Huskies. They retake the lead, and they're going to ride to the end with it. Spuds coming up short in a 3-1 final. Moving over to football, the FCS All-America teams were announced today. 5 North Dakota State players selected. Starting off, Hunter Brosio earning second-team fullback and long snapper. Cole Wisniewski first-team safety. Jake Kubas second-team right guard. Logan Kopp third-team linebacker. Then finally, Cam Miller nabbing fourth-team quarterback. South Dakota State won tonight's semifinal against UAlbany in a 59-0 drubbing. So if NDSU were to advance back to Frisco with a win tomorrow, it would be a rematch of last season's title bout. Now into basketball, where North Dakota Fighting Hawks women's squad getting majorly upset. And yeah, this one's not a good look here for UND. 75-68 to NAIA Mayville State. That's our sports director Devin Fry's alma mater. UND won all 3 previous matchups all time by an average margin of victory of over 45 points. All 3 of those games at least scoring 93. Now, Mayville State, though, improving on their pretty impressive season. They're 10-2 now, and UND falling to 3-7. Fighting Hawks await the Drake Bulldogs. That's at home this coming Thursday at noon back in the Betty. Now for the Fargo Force. Coming up next, well, they were back at home against the Sioux Falls Stampede tonight. Force were down by 1 in the final moments. They were able to come back. It was a 3-2 final for the Force, so good for them to get another win. They were 23-1 on the season. So one heck of a start.
An amazing run. That game was on MeTV. If you weren't at the game tonight, you were able to watch that one. Impressive showing for the Force.
Okay, but 59-0, like, we have to adjust
It's tough, and UAlbany's a good team.
They weren't expected to make it this far. They upset Idaho last week.
Yes, it was their first ever semifinal appearance, so a lot of credit to UAlbany for making the strides they were able to get here. But then SDSU now back in the championship. That's 3 times in the last 4 seasons for the Jackrabbits. And then, of course, NDSU Montana. Massive game tomorrow. Devin Fry is going to bring us all the news and stuff from there. That's going to be a ton of content tomorrow at 6 and 10. Really excited for what he brings us.
Be a big game. Lots of people watching that one.